Which one?
Okay, it's December 17th, sorry, 2018, and tonight is the meeting of the Wolfeboro Town Budget Committee. And tonight we're going to finish up warrant articles, do a final review of the proposed 2019 budget, and then we're going to go over some minutes that we need to take care of. She got a couple of handouts. She got something from our planning director, Matt, concerning some different issues that we asked about last week, some projects and CIP items. I should have 3 sets of minutes. You should have a copy of the warrant articles, the most up-to-date copy, which we're going to talk about first. There's been some changes, and you should also have some things from Parks and Rec that show the projected revenues for the ski area, and also a revisit list that we'll also talk about tonight. Let's start at with the warrant articles, and we covered most of them we covered all of them last meeting, but we've got a new list of some changes made to them. First one is going to be looks like it's going to be Article 15. The first paragraph is going to be how the article is going to read currently for the voters, and then down below is the article that we first saw a week or so ago. Judging say it's changed to a non-lapsing warrant article. We're not lapsing until the project is completed before December 31st, 2024.
Which one are you on?
I'm on Article 15, the Cary Beach parking lot septic system.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And then the next one is Article 17, which I'll have the town manager address. It looks like this has been withdrawn. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So that'll be withdrawn. That won't appear as anything that anyone's going to vote on this year. And then the next one is, I guess there's going to be some request of us concerning Article 25, which is a pilot project. And I guess I'd ask for the Parks and Rec Director, if she wants to address that.
Mr. Chairman, in the meantime, on Article 23, it was pointed out to me that the Board of Selectmen did vote to recommend that article by a vote of 4-0.
4-0, okay.
My miss.
Hi, Christine.
We're just going to withdraw that one.
Okay. Yes.
Article 25.
Yeah, there's goes from the bottom of the page over to the next page.
This is going to be withdrawn.
Yes. Okay, I guess I'll ask the town manager. Is there anything else we have to deal with on these warrant articles?
No, the board will look at it again on Wednesday, but I don't envision any changes. We are working on setting the date for the public hearing for Keno. So Keno is still in flux. And I think we are waiting on any more petition warrant articles or changes from planning and zoning. And the final item, we briefly discussed the Heritage Commission and their late request for funding. Due to the extreme lateness in that we have to send this to DRA tomorrow, we would recommend that they utilize the petition warrant article format, and so I'll circle back and let them know if they want a petition that we could entertain it for a few more days. I think they're due in January, possibly.
Okay, so we'll have to have another meeting to have a hearing on that, correct? Since it's going to be money?
I don't think so. No, it won't go into the operating budget. I think if it went into the operating budget, you would have to have another hearing.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Well, that's a money warrant article, isn't it? Well, we still vote to pick it up, remember? Do that on-
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Murray. I just got a general question about the Keno warrant article. Will the selectmen have the authority to set up regulations and things like that as far as the operation of it or anything like that?
No, I believe it's all specifically, the working of it is all dictated by state law.
Will the selectmen and the police chief and the fire chief have to sign off on that license for their approval or whatever?
I do not believe so because it's tied to your liquor license.
Okay.
So if you have a license to pour, it's called, then you're eligible to have Keno if it's been adopted in your municipality.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any questions on the warrant articles? All set on those? Okay. Christine, would you mind coming back up just to go over these revenues with us? Yes. Thank you. So on the first one, you've got projected revenue 2018, 2019, about $101,892. How'd you come up with projecting that figure? How did you?
Last year we had a very less year of people. We had explained that it was cold and we didn't have as many people as we had the year before. It was not a very good snow season. So what I did, basically I can tell you right now that the ski team rentals is exact because I already have those in the computer. And I based the helmet rentals and ski and snowboard rentals off of if we had the same season of 2016, 2017. We actually make double that, but we split the revenue with Ski Works as they provide the equipment. Then I kept the concessions the same. Daily tickets, I kept the same amount sold in 2016 and 17, but because they had raised the rates in 2017 and 18, it came out to be more. And then the same thing with the daily tickets because the rates were raised. So it was the same projected amount that we would sell in that year, but it was a higher rate.
So you basically worked off the 2016, 2017, because that was a really good season. Okay.
Was that typically a decent season?
Yeah, that's right about where we were.
Extraordinary one way or the
No,
other?
it wasn't extra high, but it was right in the ballpark where we usually are. So that's why I kind of did it based on that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions for Christine on the projected revenue for the Abenaki? Thanks for doing that for us, Christine.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Good job.
Thanks.
And then we just got a
Do you want to do the rest of the revisits with me or no?
Yeah, we'll do that right now,
okay.
get that out of the way, so. Got here the family dental and insurance rate for July 1st to December 31st. Are we all squared away on that? Okay. Custodial services, November through March, cleaning supplies. You're requesting us subtract $270?
Yes, so we had originally had the pavilion open for the winter, and I had put it in my budget. However, it was a revisit item to see if we were to close it for the winter. John Burt wanted to know what we would save. We had a lot of vandalism and things were going amok over there, so we actually did close the pavilion for the winter. So based on that, this is the savings that we would see. So because it is closed, you can actually pull out that cleaning too, that's below that.
Okay. Does the finance director know what line that might be on?
I can tell you, it's parks maintenance, so it's the custodial. I know it's 0145206.
640?
Yes.
Bob, do you have the line over there, the correct line?
I have 640 in Parks Rec maintenance. Is that what you have? That's
It's custodial services, should be parks and maintenance. I don't have that budget.
It's 640, pavilion,
Sorry.
pavilion.
I got another one that says 380 on your sheet.
Outside services.
Under custodial. Oh, they got it here. So,
380. The outside services, the cleaning would be 380, the 40520.
Okay, and that's in,
That's in programs.
okay, could I get a motion from someone to cut line 380 in programs by $270?
So moved.
Sorry, Brian, do you have something?
No,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
because the
I'm sorry.
justification for that is under custodial supplies and 640.
No, yeah, that, I was talking about the next line, I'm sorry.
Okay, so need a motion to cut line 640 by $270. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, the next one is for outside services, and you'd like to have us reduce that line by $2,114?
Yes,
And you wouldn't happen to know that line item, would
that
you?
is right there. It's the 45206 380.
380. Can I get a motion from somebody on that?
So moved.
A second, okay. Any discussion? Seeing none, okay, the motion is to reduce line 380 by $2,114. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Now what about the next one?
It was just a question if highway helped spread the gravel, and the answer was yes, they do.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions of Christine? Okay, thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess the next thing is to do a final review of the proposed 2019 budget. At this point, I've been advised by the finance director that the general fund is up 3.43, and you add that with the enterprise fund, it's a total increase of 2.03% as of tonight. Okay, does anyone want to make any adjustments in general government? Town manager have anything?
No, sir?
Anybody? Okay, public safety? Highways and streets. Mr. Ford, could you come up here for a second? The $40,000, you know, due to the inventory, I can't think what the name of that is. We check all the assets of the town and all that other stuff.
Asset management plan?
Yeah. Where is that? Where's that in the budget, do you know? You had something in there for this year, right?
We have a warrant article because we're getting a grant for the wastewater. So I think we have a $30,000 grant on the warrant.
I thought there was some request for the asset management for $40,000 to do that, continue on with that program.
Under where?
I thought it was under,
I don't think so.
what's that?
I don't think so.
You don't think there was anything? Ford, thank you. Because I was going to tell you, you're so busy, I didn't think you could get to it, so. All right, so all set in highway. How about anything in the wastewater, sanitation, disposal, storage, electric distribution? Generation. Health, animal control, agencies, welfare, Parks and Rec.
What's the position with, like, under agencies? For example, CASA, I think they appeared before the selectmen, but not before us.
It's up to you folks, whatever you want to do. If you want to approve it, we'll let them coming up. Or,
Is it automatically?
Ryan, are you talking about the two agencies that didn't show up the other night? CASA and, John, did you take a position that that they would be granted that funding, or?
no, I think it's up to individual who's over here on the board, whatever position they want to take.
Did both those agencies show up to the Board of Selectmen's meeting?
We had a record in the minutes, yes.
Are they aware that they're also requested to show up in front of us?
My understanding is that Ann contacted each agency. I don't know what the extent of their conversation was.
It's not like either one of them to not show up. Northern Human Services has never missed any budget committee hearings on agency requests, and but they have always been very thorough and reliable. Did they have? Did the selectmen have their notes in your budget books? Their backup paperwork? Because you had that also. No, CASA and Northern Human Services, we didn't get either one in our books. Yeah.
I didn't bring it here.
That's why I checked the minutes, was because I knew Northern Human Services track record.
John, I'm inclined to give them their request.
Okay.
Make a motion to that effect.
Okay, so the motion is to give CASA and Northern Human Services their requested amount without showing up to the Budget Committee. All those in favor say aye. Whoops, I'm sorry.
I certainly agree with that, but I don't want to set a precedence for other agencies not to appear before us in the future. Not that I don't agree with the need, but if we're going to do it for some agencies, we should do it for all and make sure that they know that they need to appear.
there a mechanism for us to do a motion or anything like that to make sure that what Brian is talking about does not happen again? These people need to show up.
Yeah, Northern Human Services has always come all the years.
No,
They've always showed up.
Yeah, I think they always have, but I don't believe CASA, I don't ever have a memory of CASA up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they came once, the first time that they wanted to get money.
I think they've...
Starting point.
They showed up more than once.
I guess the only thing I'd like to say is to informally petition the town manager to make sure that these agencies show up for the budget meetings in the future.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, so the motion is to fund CASA and Northern Human Services without them showing up before the Budget Committee concerning their funding. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so how about into capital outlay, debt services? The only thing that I still show in general fund is parks 1 ton and Cape Park granite wall, basketball courts, and Libby shoreline. No, thermal imaging was taken out. And taser replacement has to be placed into another second. That is the budget. So is that correct? We got the 1 ton. The mobile data terminal, was that going to be also bought out of that other money, out of that 52,000? No, that was what is included in there. Okay. Nick?
Don, can I ask you a question? When you say Libby Shoreline, you're talking about the wall?
Yeah, that's what it's down as. Let me see. Libby shoreline repair.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
20,000. Basketball courts, Cape Park granite wall.
Got it. All right. Thanks.
What's that? I thought we moved it to your... Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure. What line are you on? Where do you see that?
It's 496193. It's in capital outlay.
That's still there too, yeah. Okay. So did you want that moved to your budget or?
If you want to.
No, that's okay. Also upgrade town hall service, 34,711. Okay, let's go to electric fund. Actually, and then the water fund. Sewer fund. Nothing there. Nothing in Pop Whalen. Anyone else got any suggestions for the budget? Bob?
No, I don't have a suggestion. I just, in reference to debt service, the book is showing a principal of $637,881 interest of $230,510. The sewer transfer into all the sewer transfer from the general fund is $721,818. So the total debt service for 2019 would be $1,590,209. And I figure that to be about 11.4% of the operating budget. And that does not include the bonding for the library. And we have a 10-year capital improvements committee spreadsheet with a whole lots of millions of dollars on it over the next 10 years. So
Calculate the, I'm sorry.
go ahead, I'm good.
Go ahead.
Calculate the ad from the library. You said you hadn't calculated, or did you?
The $1,590,000 does not include the library bondings, and we won't know obviously how much that is until we go to the bond bank.
Anyone else? So, Finance Director, what do we have for a total?
So overall bottom total, including everything right now for a number?
Yeah, can you break it down like the general fund and then the...
Sure. Okay. So for the general fund, you are at $13,958,881, which is an increase of 3.41% after the changes you've just made. And then when you, for enterprise funds, you're at $13,934,510. That's an increase of 0.67%. And for the total together, you're at $27,893,391 with a 2.02% increase.
On the general fund, do you have any idea what that percentage is of things that we can't control as far as raises and fuel and any guesstimate or anything?
Not for the exact number, but I can tell you that the energy prices have, we don't have a lot of control over that, and that's caused quite an increase.
Any questions?
Yeah. Yes. Deb, one more time, can you tell us what the default budget amount is?
Sure.
I have it somewhere in my bag here, but I think it'd be a lot faster if I'll never find it.
Okay, just give me 1 second and I'll pull it up for you. So the default budget is $26,856,570.
So roughly $1 million difference. Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, and if you add the capital, so this is just the budget. This doesn't include any capital outlay. That's a separate together.
For the default budget?
Capital's included that. Okay, but not the warrant articles.
Right.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, I've got to get a motion that we've got our public hearing coming out on January 3rd. I'd like to get a motion to be able to quote this figure or present this figure to the public at that time. It's my understanding it's $27,893,391.
Make the motion.
Is there a
Moved.
Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
At the same time, can you make a presentation of the default budget? We'll let the public know on that one too.
At the public hearing? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we'll go over that also, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's pretty much everything that I have, except we've got to do our minutes. Does anyone else have anything to bring up? Does the town manager have anything to bring up?
No, sir?
Yeah, I guess all your department heads are safe?
Run while you can.
Yep, you all. Christine, don't be hurtful.
You want this? Snapshot.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I've got 2 of those.
Thank you.
Okay, let's take a look at the minutes. We'll do it at the public meeting, public hearing, yeah.
Hi, guys.
Well, I think there's going to be some push to the fault of which won't happen. I think there's going to be some push to the fault of it.
It will.
That's what I'm going to John does anyway. Don't hurt him. It doesn't hurt him. No. It takes away his slush fund.
That's what it matters. And after a week. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for everything that you're doing. I know Park and Rec is particularly happy. They'll have a vehicle, be able to work.
They get 2 vehicles.
I'm just going to nod from here on in.
Are you aware of the total increase in Parks and Rec budget this year?
We've had many a late night talking about that.
$100,000 over last year.
50 of that is a one-time.
57 of it, yeah, for a truck.
Yep.
Yeah. They also had a pretty healthy capital outlay last year, too.
We will get them on a 1% spending plan moving forward.
I'll believe it when I seize it.
I have a procedural question. When does the tax impact on the warrant article show up?
When does the tax impact?
On the warrant.
She says it at so many cents a thousand or something, I think.
Yeah.
Right,
We don't have
the
any.
year of the appropriation.
Yeah, he's talking about when it's presented.
Yeah, on the warrant articles, it usually
Oh, right.
lists the impacts.
So she'll be calculating that, and it'll be available at your, I understand you vote on your warrant articles at your public budget meeting. And so that number will be in there.
We won't know about it until then.
I can certainly work on that and get it out to you in advance if you'd like.
I'd really appreciate it. I would.
Okay.
I can't speak for the rest of the guys, but I would. I'd like to know what the tax impact is for
Sure.
these things.
Yes, Bob. Deb, Pete Chamberlain every year used to put out a fact sheet, and I could actually stop in and bring a copy of it to you tomorrow. Perhaps you could make up something. And what that sheet did was estimate how much the town rate would be going up with the combined budget and warrant articles. So just to give us an idea of when you combine them both, just how much the tax rate will go up. Of course, that's a fluid number because things change, assessments change, and however much money you decide to transfer back in from the surplus fund would also affects the tax rate. But Perhaps I'll show you what Pete used to give us, because it's very, I always found it very informative. I think it's pretty much to what Bob is talking about. So, but I can't tell you a form number or anything like that. It's just something that Pete used to give us every year. And it's probably somewhere in your computer.
The minutes of November 28th. I just had a question, Leanne. Why did we include this in here? Did he read this? Did the chief read this to us?
He read, well, that's actually going to be part of the amendments. So he read a summary. When he read the summary, it was a two-page, which is what you have attached.
Yeah.
The paper I had in front of me the night of the minutes is not what he was reading, so I requested him via email to send it to me. That's what he sent me. However, Bob Tuffer provided a two-page paper. What was it called? The summary?
It was a summary of the provisional police officer position.
So he was going to add that. He was going to amend the minutes to reflect that.
To add that.
If I perhaps got the wrong one, then I'll put the other one in and take this one out.
Is this what he read at the table there?
That's what I thought he read, because what I had was the
I think it is, but he also gave us that sheet that I gave you, Leanne.
provisional information, and he read this. That's why I attached it.
Yeah, I
But
think
Bob
that's.
is requesting that both.
Yeah. What's important to the one I gave Leanne is the chief clearly stated in that paper that the added police officer would be provisional, and that job would go away if the police officer assigned to Concord came back.
Okay.
So, and that, I would like to see that in the minutes, because things have a way of disappearing.
Quick snapshot executive summary.
There you go.
It's in the minutes, and it's provisional officer.
Right.
That's the one.
So Bob will make a motion to amend the minutes by including this as an.
And I make that motion.
You have that provisional. What?
I do, it's right here, would you like to see it?
Let's just make sure that's what Bob. Make sure that's what he wants.
As long as we're on the subject, can I just get clarification on how many cruisers is the police department scheduled to get? Are we voting on one in the budget and one in the warrant article?
No, the only one that I know of that exists
It's a
is
single one.
the warrant article.
Okay.
And you're
We
not,
went back and forth. I just want to be clear.
and you're not paying for it because it's coming out of the special
Right.
revolving fund, the detail
I
fund.
thought that's what, I just wanted to make sure.
We are budgeted for that final lease premium, correct?
Yes,
That's in the operational budget, yes.
you have to.
29 grand.
Well, this-
Yes.
That's it, that's good.
That's the one.
The first paragraph is.
So do you want this whole thing in, Bob, or just the first paragraph?
I would like to see the whole thing in there
Okay.
with the minutes, because,
Issues.
yeah, it does address other issues, so I would like to see that whole thing in there.
Okay, so we're clear on the motion. My understanding of the motion is to include pages 1 and 2, I guess which are notes written by member Bob Tuffer, to become part of the permanent minutes for November 28th, 2018. Does everyone understand that motion? Okay, seeing any further discussion concerning it? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The number now be part of the 28th of November's
Thank you.
minutes. Okay, any other changes to November 28th? Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of November 28th? A second? Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes of November 20th, 2018 with the additional attachments, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved.
Will you be sending out the attachments?
I will now send out the entire package.
Okay.
Okay, the next minutes are for December 6th.
Make a motion that we approve.
Here's a second.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, the motion is to approve the minutes of December 6, 2018. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved. Next set of minutes is December 11th.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as read.
Second.
Yeah, just give me a second here. Okay, the motion is to accept the minutes of December 11th, 2018 as written. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion accepted and passed. Okay, that's all I think that I've got scheduled for us. Does the town manager have anything she wants to discuss?
Nope, I'm all set. Thank you again.
And finance?
Good.
Okay, so our next meeting will be January 3rd at 7 o'clock, and that'll be here at the town hall, and that'll be the public hearing for the proposed 2019 operating budget and the warrant articles.
Mr. Chairman, I just do want to mention one tiny thing. The cancellation of the hearing last year, or in early January, has caused some heartburn with bond counsel. So there's going to be a recommendation of a change in wording on the public notification of those hearings.
Okay.
It's basically inclement or snow date needs to be specified, date certain, place specific, time certain, and it needs to run consecutively with all the notifications from day one. And I'm coaching finance through this. we hope that we'll be able to resolve some issues that bond council has tomorrow by way of an affidavit from the former town manager.
Okay, so right now we have the 3rd as the public hearing, and then the 17th as a backup date. Does that work with everybody?
You're going to see a little change of wording.
Okay.
I hope you'll just come along with us.
That's
Whatever
fine.
the lawyers want, we'll make them happy.
Yep. Is there when will the notice be posted as far as if someone, who's going to make the decision to cancel? Will that be my decision, or whose decision will that be?
It would be a recommendation by the town manager and or the selectmen to you, and that's correct. You would decide whether to postpone. And then we just need to make sure that the notification goes up on the town website and that it goes to the normal posting locations. We can't do anything about publication, but we'll have a footnote on the publication that says watch the town calendar.
On the website?
Yes.
Okay. So does anyone...
Did I miss anything? Leanne's been involved, so.
I just, because of the time constraints and people on vacation, there actually cannot be, unless I'm misreading the statute, I don't believe that the meeting can be canceled on the 3rd, because the first public hearing has to be held prior to the 15th, and our next meeting is the 17th. So even if no one shows up, the committee should show up, open the meeting, open the public hearing, and then continue it to a date certain, which would be the 17th.
We've got the 27th open too, so I don't know.
But the first date of the first public hearing has to be held prior to the 15th.
Right, 15th of January? Mm-hmm. So we couldn't have it on the 27th?
Not the first hearing,
The first one, okay.
That's why it's imperative that it does not get canceled regardless of inclement weather.
So we were talking...
December 27th.
Oh, December 27th.
Yeah.
I don't know if we meet the posting deadline.
I don't think we did.
We don't?
It's 14 days, not including the day of the posting or the day of the public hearing.
Yeah, we're
So
a little short.
16 days.
So we were talking about two different things.
Sorry.
I was talking about 2018 budget. Leanne segued into 2019. That's correct. The meeting, a quorum of people would need to show up, open the meeting, and then continue it, as opposed to cancel it. Would continue it to a date certain, place certain, time certain, which would be our snow date. Yes.
On the 3rd of January.
Because then technically we held the first public hearing, technically.
Okay, so I guess the bottom line is going to be here on January 3rd, basically.
Quorum.
I live right up the road. Maybe you can pick me up that night.
Okay. I'll get over there after I do the shoveling. I'll get there a little bit early. Does anyone have anything else? Yes, sir.
I'll ask Dean to pick me up.
Okay. John.
Is there any resolution to the problem that Bob and I are concerned about regarding the use of the highway department on separate warrant articles and accounting for the time of those individuals?
I don't think you're going to see that moving forward. The ADA project for docks side will involve bidding and an outside contractor.
But how about on the road construction, the $800,000 project? Because normally he uses the highway department to do all shoulder work. And he never accounts time, personnel time, in the cost of that project. So we don't know how many thousands of dollars we're overspending on that project that was authorized at a certain level.
Well, I'll take that into consideration moving forward.
The treasurer wants to know whether there's a mechanism to allocate some costs to a project. That's what you want to see. You want to see some allocation or some methodology to that.
I want to know what the true cost to that project that the town expends. That's all.
Believe it, yeah. I think that I'll speak for myself. I think the question in my mind, and I think in John's mind, is that if we are going into a warrant article, let's say for $800,000 for road repair, In the perfect world, it would all be contracted out and we wouldn't be talking about this. But that's not the case. We do use labor that we're paying for already against the warrant article, and what we're trying to do is to get a hold of those numbers.
You're trying to get an idea of what's the increment above that monies that is going to be appropriated and used to contract. What's our increment? What's coming out of the town operating budget? That's your question.
Yeah, and yes, if we're using town labor, then it needs to be accounted for properly against the particular warrant article, and that's not currently being done, and that's the issue.
Yeah, but if that $800,000, that's for town roads, repaving and things like that, and if they're going to do the work, the drainage and stuff, that stuff's going to have to be done anyhow the guys are going to be there doing the work anyhow. I was looking, when I was thinking what John was talking about, I was talking about like the new center down there at the baseball field. That a lot of that labor was done by town employees that was outside of their regular job work. That's what I was thinking that John was looking for. Not.
Well, I think as a general rule, I think he's.
So, John, because characteristically, when you do the highways on this $800,000 lumps thing, is from shoulder to shoulder, from right away to right away. That's the project.
Yeah, well, I know that like on College Road and some of the other roads, they did a lot of the drainage work. The town people did the drainage work, put in new drainage and stuff.
That's right. That's right. And their time, the materials were charged against the job, the warrant article, but not the labor. That's a sticky wicket on how to handle it. That's all.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else? Thank you, everybody. I know it's been a tough year. I appreciate your support and your help, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all the other stuff, and we'll see everybody in January.
You betcha.
And a motion to adjourn then.
So move.
Second? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you.